Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, we take a look in the Soulforge and tell you what I think are the best weapons and indeed the best troops to craft from there. Also going to take a look at this weekly event troop, Bellonis, a Bright Forest Epic. Let's take a look. Uses 13 mana to get charged, Fey Knight, gains magic +1 life and armor, boosted by Bright Forest allies and Fairy Fired enemies, and gains a barrier. Is immune to Entangle, which is pretty cool. Reduce damage from skulls by 33% and reduce damage from spells by 25%. So that's actually a pretty strong defensive troop for an epic. That life and armor is boosted by Bright Forest allies and Fairy Fired enemies. Gets a barrier as well as reduction from skulls and spells. And immune to Entangle, so Root Trap won't work on this dude up top. Yeah, so not bad at all. Not bad at all. I am going to give that a fairly solid. I was teetering between 6 and 7, but I'm going to give old Bellhead the benefit of the doubt and give him a very solid 7 out of 10. So as ever, grab at least one of these. You don't have enough glory, but if you get plenty of glory, if you've got plenty of glory, then grab enough to get another troop to Mythic. Always handy to do so. I do like to grab some Spoils of War while I'm here at the same time. Get some more stuff, some more gold, more souls, more event keys, and more lovely treasure maps to chuck in that room, which is just full of treasure maps hardly anyone uses. Anyway, how does a non-binary person kill people? They/them. Do you see? Oh dear. Anyway, let's pop into the Soulforge. Let's take a look at the weapons first. I'm not going to go over all the ones that are here all the time. They're in my Soulforge extra video, so check that out if you want to check out all the weapons that are here all the time, like Dawnstone, Heart of Zathanos, Soul of Zathanos, etc, etc. Right, let's take a look at these weapons. First up, we're starting strong. Trickster's Shot. Very, very good weapon indeed. Eliminate all armor from an enemy and deal magic +3 damage. Then gain 2 magic boosted by the armor eliminated. So as soon as you cast that, you strip away the armor from an enemy, no matter how much they had, bang, it's gone in one go. And that damage is going to increase every single cast because of the gain 2 magic boosted by the armor eliminated. Absolutely fantastic weapon, and even has enchanting, which means that when you cast it, it becomes enchanted, gaining 2 mana every turn, and gets ready to do it again really quick. Absolutely essential Trickster's Shot. Grab this weapon. Absolutely fantastic. Summer Aegis. Let's take a look. Deal magic-based damage to an enemy boosted by Bright Forest allies. Then create a mix of 6 green and red gems for each Bright Forest ally. So uses yellow and purple. Creates green and red. So make sure at least a couple of your troops use green and red to benefit from all that extra mana. And then you've got a nice handy mana generator there. Fairy Ring. Does magic-based damage to an enemy boosted by Fey allies, then create a mix of 6 green and purple gems for each Fey ally. So similar to the other weapon, this one uses blue and yellow, creates green and purple. Make sure you got at least 1 or 2 troops that use green and purple to make the most of all that mana. Staff of Bright Forest, kind of the anti-Bright Forest weapon in a way. Remove all green gems, which is the colour that Bright Forest troops tend to like the most. Then deal magic-based damage to an enemy boosted by the amount of gems removed. If the enemy is from Bright Forest, or if the battle is in Bright Forest, deal double damage. So, can be good in those certain situations. And we have the rather lovely Mystic Manuscript. Exploding magic +1 purple gems. Grant a random status effect to all Mystic allies. Then summon a Mystic troop. So a nice summony explodey weapon. And this also has enchanting. Really like the weapons that have enchanting when you cast them, because they get charged up again so quickly you can just do it again really fast. This is actually showing just how strong a lot of the weapons are from the Bright Forest, because Celestial Flask is here as well. Another excellent weapon. Create 3 potions of either blue, green, red, yellow or purple and gain an extra turn. So all the main colours apart from brown, you can generate absolutely stacks of mana with this thing. It is absolutely crazy, because if those potions don't match immediately just by luck, you've got the extra turn to actually make it so. And you can make a move and get a match, or you can have a explodey troop on your team to actually explode the board and therefore pick up those potions anyway. So very, very good. I do like it. Wand of Stars. Now, Wand of Stars is here all the time, but it came out after my Soulforge extra video was made, so we'll just go over it ever so briefly. Choose one, create 6 elemental stars, bless all allies, or create 7 umbral stars and curse all enemies. So a really, really awesome weapon. And the option for the bless or curse makes it utterly, utterly essential. If you've got enough resources, just craft the Wand of Stars. It can literally be thrown into virtually any team and make it work. Really, really good. And what else we got? Doomed Poignard deals magic-based damage to the last enemy boosted by green gems. If they have a doom, deal double damage, and there's a 3% chance per tempering level to kill the enemy. So very low, like super low, without being tempered, and even, you know, barely a 1 in 3 chance, even when this is fully tempered. So not the best weapon for me. Don't like things like that too much. Shimmer Scale's Wing. Give magic +1 life to all allies, and if Shimmer Scale is on my team, gain an extra turn. So whether it's worth getting an extra turn to be forced to have another troop on your team is debatable. Never really looked at this weapon, to be honest. Doesn't sound too hot to me, but it's one of those cheap weapons. This is one of the ones that only cost like 75 diamonds to create, so I would actually make it anyway. And the reason is, on all the kingdoms, you're going to need a certain amount of weapons fully leveled up to progress. At some point, it will actually happen. So basically, these weapons are always worth picking up, these cheap ones. This gives you another weapon to add to that kingdom's collection. What else we got? Eruption of Roses. Another fantastic weapon. Wow. Some good weapons here today. Explode magic +1 green gems. Grant a random status effect to all Fey allies. Then summon a Fey troop. One of my favourite explode weapons, this one. Do absolutely love it. Exploding those green gems generates mana. We get those status effects, we got the summon, and it's got an excellent set of upgrades as well, including tangling. When you cast this, you entangle the top troop, which is really, really cool. Yeah, love it. Eruption of Roses. And that is it. Now on to the troops, and the same as the weapons, all the troops that are here all the time are in my Soulforge extra video, so no need to go over them again. If you're a newer player, if you're missing troops still, then have a look in these summoning stones, see if you're missing any of the troops here, and absolutely bust open some of those summoning stones to get troops you are missing. But absolutely essential is to open some of these green ones if you're missing Leprechaun. Leprechaun is one of the best troops in the game at any level. Starts with full mana when you get that 3rd trait, and explodes green gems boosted by my gold and gains gold. So this guy is so useful in so many teams, it is just ludicrous. You can just get a nice fast start by casting that spell and picking up loads of mana really, really quickly. So if you're missing Leprechaun, do not miss those green summoning stones. So let's take a look at the mythics, starting from the bottom and working our way up. Start with Virago. Barrier and enchant all allies and gain, looks like double magic plus a couple or 1 life. So, yeah. Reduce damage from spells by 25%, reduce damage from skulls by 40%, and give 4 life to all green allies when matching green is an okay set of traits, but it's just the spell is a little bit weak. Yeah, Barrier is definitely handy, as is Enchant, and she gains life. If it was gain life to all allies, then she could be outstanding, but as it stands, I think she's just a little bit middling to sort of mediocre-ish. Tourmaline deals magic-based damage to all enemies, then drains 4 mana from all enemies boosted by gargoyle gems. I think this is one of those mythics that's better than most people give it credit for. I've used it many times on Guild Wars days, and just dealt damage to the enemy while keeping them drained of mana pretty much constantly. It's really good. It's kind of a strategic troop. Some people just don't really like use this kind of troop well enough, or don't plan the team well enough to get the most out of it, but I actually really like it. It can be really good in the correct team. The traits are all right. 25% chance to summon a stone Murphet when I die, reflect 25% of skull damage, and create a good gargoyle gem when matching 4 or more gems is the traits. But yeah, Tourmaline, I think he's somewhat underrated because of the strategic element required to use it properly. And who else we got? Vash'Dagon. Devour an ally. Yes, an ally. Then summon a daemon if the ally is devoured. It says that just in case you try to devour a undevourable troop, because therefore it won't work. Then deal a magic-based true scatter damage boosted by his life. And remember, your life will go up if that devour is successful. So that's actually a pretty decent mythic. I quite like it. Reduce damage from spells by 25%. Immune to all status effects, devour, lycanthropy, and mana burn. And curse a random enemy when matching brown at a trait. So yeah, Vash'Dagon, quite a fun troop, that one. Who's last? We have the Worldbreaker. Explodes 18 gems on the board, then deal magic-based damage to all enemies. The mana cost looks really high on this at 30, and it is, but it's a very good spell, and the traits are pretty cool too. Immune to devour, reduce 25% of skull damage, and gain 5 to a random skill on 4 or 5 gem matches. The cool thing about the Worldbreaker is the explode 18 gems is a set in stone amount. So even if you're a new player, you can pick this up and guarantee exploding 18 gems, which is a lot. That is going to gain a ton of mana as well as deal magic-based damage to all enemies. So really like the Worldbreaker. Right, let's have a quick look at the legendaries. See what we think of them. Well, Vidar the Vast. I do like this troop a lot. Used it before in lots of devour things. Very good indeed. Choose an enemy. There's a 10% chance to devour them, boosted by blue gems on the board. Otherwise, deal magic-based damage. The trick to that is there's a certain troll that doubles the number of blue on the board, and there's a couple of other troops that do a similar thing as well. And when you got a good amount of blue there, especially with the blue storm, this guy's devour rate is actually really reliable. Really fun troop to use. I like it a lot. We have High Priestess Jazka. Damage to all enemies, boosted by yellow gems, and bless all yellow allies is a decent spell, but really like that Endless Storm as well. Conjure a light storm when my turn begins, so as long as she's in the team, that is every single round. Very nice indeed. Yes, we got Soul Zara. Damage to an enemy, based on your magic, gain 10 souls. If the enemy's life is greater, deal triple damage and gain triple souls. So not bad for picking up extra souls. And she also has Necromancy, gain 50% bonus souls from battle, and gain 2 magic when I take damage, and gain 5 magic when an enemy dies. So not bad, not bad. And Venoxia, fantastic troop, another legendary, almost essential to pick up. Normally I do say to save your diamonds for the mythic troops, because basically the mythics are so much harder to get than legendaries, but Venoxia is up there with the good mythics as being almost essential. Creates 9 green and 9 blue gems, then deals magic-based true damage to all enemies. And that's a lot of damage. That is a really good spell. And the fact that it creates those gems means it can loop and do it again. And pairs really well with Queen Beatrix for a awesome double combo. Gain 1 attack for each green ally is cool. Gain 1 magic when an ally casts a spell. Remember, with that, if that loops kind of thing, you can keep on boosting up your damage, and poison a random enemy on 4 or 5 gem matches. So some really nice troops here today, absolutely fantastic. But who gets my mythic of the week? Well, it's not going to be you, Virago. I mean, you look alright, but your spell was a bit weak, and that's not good enough, unfortunately. Tourmaline, do really like it. It's kind of up there with the other ones for me, because I do like the strategic element of that. The Worldbreaker and Vash'Dagon, pretty close, but I am going to give it to the Worldbreaker. So much mana generated is often crazy by exploding all those gems, and damage to all at the same time, as well as some cool traits. So the Worldbreaker gets my mythic of the week, and that is the Soulforge video. I'll be back later on with my World Event team and the Underspire team. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to bash the like and subscribe button. It really does help. Maybe even consider joining. It's at the lowest price that YouTube would let me set it at. And yeah, share the video around. Share it with your guild. All good to me. I appreciate that kind of thing. But there's a video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.